Lemon Salad and I saw Daphne and Velma. It is directed by Susie Younessi, and if you haven't seen this movie, I will spoil it for you. This movie starts and we're seeing Daphne has a web show talking about aliens at this high school. But she also has Velma is there. The Velma doesn't go to the same school as her at the very beginning of the movie. Velma is very critical. She keeps talking about how, oh, aliens don't exist. And I'm like, okay, I mean, that part is in character for Velma, but why is Velma not hanging out with Daphne? Why is Velma just chilling on the internet? I mean, look, it makes perfect sense that Velma would be the type to be chilling on the internet. However, from all of the other Scooby-Doo media that I've seen in existence, Velma is going to hang out with Daphne in person. So this movie immediately gets just nope, already off the rails for me. So I'm like, okay, they already pretty much butchered Daphne and Velma. How else is this going to go? All right, well, Daphne has a closet that can choose her clothes for her. I'm like, all right. However, the closet sucks. Like, it's trash clothing. What skirt? Embroidery skirt on the bottom. What freaking high school students wearing that? I never saw any high school students wearing that back in 2018. I was actually in high school during this time, actually. So I'm able to report on this from that year. So 2018, nobody I knew was wearing that. Any type of skirt that had some like 50-year-old grandma embroidery stitched on the front of it, no one was wearing that. So immediately, like, this looks like trash. And also, Daphne is being transferred to Velma's high school, and somehow Velma hates this for some reason. I'm like, why? You don't want to hang out with Daphne? The movie doesn't explain it. It just says, oh, Velma doesn't want to hang out with Daphne. So Daphne is looking at Velma in the hallway, and by the way, one fashion choice, bad. It's egregious that Daphne, of all people, have terrible fashion choice in this movie. But Velma, who doesn't want to talk to Daphne for some reason, is just icing her out for some reason. No, the movie doesn't explain it at all. Velma has the worst fashion sense. And I'm not saying, oh, because, you know, she's wearing a sweater and like a dress or skirt or whatever. No. She literally wears stuff that makes her look fatter, like stripes all across her body that's not even freaking orange. Maybe a little bit of orange, but he got some blues and he got some other gross colors that shouldn't be combined with each other in fashion. And almost never does she wear a skirt. She's always wearing some sort of blue jeans. I'm like, this is not Velma. What are you doing? Did you just hire this random chick so you could pay her money for whatever reason? Because she sucks at her job. The costume designer credit was at the very beginning of the movie. So I was like, okay, costume designer? That's an interesting credit for a Scooby-Doo movie. I mean, if they have, like, run a really cool outfit, sure, cool, whatever. But I swear, within every scene, it seems like there's, like, several days to just progress without any indication that several days have progressed, unless they're wearing different clothing. Their clothes just suck, and there's, like, 10 costume changes, and Velma only once wears the iconic sweater that I'm currently wearing. And it's, you know, it's like a pattern, like a heather. I think heather is the color. Like one of those heather gray neff beanies, you know, one of the pattern of that. Like the sweater was that pattern. That's fine, but then you had to take her out of that and then put her in overalls, and the bottom shirt wasn't even orange. I'm just complaining about the fashion, and that's not the only thing wrong with the movie. It's just the thing that I noticed the most because it just looked gross. There was an outfit where Daphne it was all right. It was an all right outfit. I recognized it from like an old Scooby-Doo. Like old Scooby-Doo where she's like wearing a jacket or whatever the heck. People are telling her this is gross for some reason. What? How is this gross? Why did you change out of that into like a t-shirt? Which, by the way, the t-shirt makes her tits look huge. Don't get me wrong. Good job, movie. You avoided cleavage and instead you got a lot of, what is this called? Printing? Is this what it's called when you go do a shirt? You're printing through a shirt. Yeah, wow. I didn't even touch the plot yet. So we have Velma is icing out Daphne. It's whatever, I guess. Also, Daphne goes home and she's like, oh, I'm being sheltered. I don't want to be sheltered. Father, stop following me all over the place. What are you doing? Sheltering me. First of all, why does your father have so much time available? Isn't he supposed to be working? Isn't he supposed to be paying for that big house that you live in? Giant house. Must be a giant mortgage unless he bought it off. So congratulations. Congrats, dude. Property taxes, regular taxes, income tax, grocery tax, unless you're in some states, other taxes. What is his father doing? Following his daughter all around high school and, oh, hey, we can nudge a cafeteria lady who doesn't care about her job. Hey, could you give my daughter some sushi? Oh my goodness! Where else do I talk? There's so much to talk about in this film. The football players. They are the most girly football players I've ever seen. 2018, when this movie came out, I was a junior in high school. And so what was happening, I saw a bunch of football players. I never hung out with them, obviously, because I was a band kid, but I saw the football player. I saw them behave on the field. Even the little bit that I saw of them behaving on the field from the pep band stands, okay? You know what I saw? None of this chick stuff, just this, oh my goodness, let me look at this cat. Oh my goodness, it looks so cute. Oh my goodness, I'm looking at a cat on my phone. Ah! And it's like, post-production, they add the screen, right? And the screen is oh God, it's so bad and low budget. It's not convincing at all that this is an app. It looked like, the screen assets just looked like it was just a beginner 101 on how to use Adobe Illustrator and how to put a bunch of shapes together. And so you still have the black line work and all this weird blocky shape. And it's like, whatever, it could be a choice, but it doesn't fit in with the environment, so it just looks amateur. And so I'm like, wow, I can literally make a better movie with the money that I have now than this movie did. Wow, good. Wow, you got some depth from the background, and they got a subject like 25 feet away from the background, and they got a camera like 6 feet or 10 feet in front of you. Whoa, that's not freaking hard math. I can do that too. Wow, great lighting that makes everything look flat in the first 2 acts, but then the third act, you realize, oh, people are bored right now. They were bored 20 minutes earlier before you discover this fact. In production and editing, you start turning on the fun colors. Now everything looks gross and washed out, and all the blues and all the oranges are mixing together in the shadows and creating a brown. And I'm like, you got some really ugly lighting choices going on here. But it's only the third act, which they pull out all the colors. Oh wow, look. the children that this is being produced for. God, if I was a child seeing this, I would revolt, man. I'd be so angry. I'd be like, this is such a waste of my time. My time is the only thing I can't get back. Freaking production team, you only wanted to pay your friends. Now I wasted my an hour and 15 minutes. Luckily, it's only an hour and 15 minutes, but still it's an hour and 15 minutes of my life that I don't get back. Okay, I'm only getting older, and I wasted my valuable, precious time watching this movie. Also, yeah, I should go back to the football players are talking like chicks. They're interacting with each other like chicks. The only thing that I could parse from the writing of this movie is that it was done by a middle-aged woman, because everyone talks the same. Velma and Daphne talk exactly the same. They have the exact same interests for whatever reason. Doesn't make sense. But they all talk the same. The football players talk the same. Even the principal lady talks the same. She actually seems like the most character in this movie, because I can imagine that's probably what the writers are like. They're that age, probably the same way that they behave, and cringily, they probably were like, oh, I could type the most about this character. Also, so many egregious things. Talk about the writing. I hadn't even gotten to the plot yet. Oh my goodness. So, let's talk about the plot, and then I'll talk about the writing, because there's so many things I can complain about this movie, but I have to talk about the plot, because it doesn't exist. So, Daphne is angry that she is being sheltered by her father, aren't you supposed to be making money? Who cares about that, though? She's being sheltered by her father, so her response is go up to her room and cry! Oh, I'm so rich! I have a closet that gives me all my clothes for me. I have people following me to school and giving me sushi at a public school. I don't know if it's a public school. It could be a public school. I mean, my high school was a public school. We had some pretty advanced technology. That's because it was literally created the year before. Like, they made a freaking high school because of how many students there were. They made like a high school the year before, and then bam, put me into there. And it was like really fleshed out and all beautiful and gross and beautiful and gross at the same time. I'm not going to complain about my high school. The only thing that I'm bringing up is that, yeah, there was technology there, but it was in a really well-funded area, and it was pretty competitive to get into there because, wow, built for 2,000 students, 3,000 students admitted the first year. All I'm saying is you gotta have a lot of people to get making that money, to get that high-funded school. So this has to be some sort of private school. Also, there's this guy that they keep bringing up, freaking Bloom guy, Doug Bloom, whatever his freaking name is, Bloom Man. I'm like, who is this Bloom Man, right? They keep bringing up, this guy's decked out this school with a ton of technology, all the technology in the world, and he just keeps on making more technology. He's that guy. He's the guy who's like, hey, how about we go to Bloomgram? By the way, before I continue, let's talk about the social medias. This is very sporadic in terms of the timeline, but in the timeline of the movie. But I gotta mention this: they use Bloomgram. It's a safe way to not get sued by Instagram, right? You know, I've seen this in media, like iCarly has those pear pads. So does Sam and Cat. So does Victorious. They're all in the same universe, though. So they have them pear pads, all pear themed. Okay, I'm fine with that. That's the world that they're living in. However, you then go from Bloomgram. I'm like, okay, they're just going to replace the name for Instagram and change the Bloomgram. All right. Then they talk about Snap, which is questionable because it's a colloquialism to call Snapchat Snap. And like, oh, did you get my Snap? Did you get my Snap? Did you do all this? Oh, man. This uses it. This freaking movie uses it. I'm like, questionable. Why didn't you call it something else? Like maybe Ghost or something. It could be, if you wanted to evoke Snapchat. Oh, they ghosted me. That actually wouldn't work, actually. They got me. They messed it. I don't know. I'm not the creative team here of Daphne and Velma. I'm not supposed to be here to just lazily come up with a social media name that isn't Snapchat. So they use Snap. I'm like, people in real life use that too, but it's not a name of a product, so I get it. You can use Snap. It's shorthand for Snapchat. Whatever. And then this freaking principal lady says Facebook. So, in 2018, did Facebook acquire Instagram? It was really recent. They might have, I don't remember, but you're going to evoke the name Facebook, which is, oh, they have lots of money to sue you. They have all the money to sue you. Why are you evoking their name? And why would you change the name from Instagram to Bloomgram? Because if I remember it correctly, and Facebook had Instagram at this time, then it would be fine to use Instagram as well as Facebook. Call it Bookface. I don't care. Why you gotta call it Facebook? Oh, you're not even gonna stick it to your own rules. Wow. Oh my goodness. And I hadn't even talked about the plot yet. All right. So Daphne, let's move on to the plot. So Daphne is like, Father, let me be on my own for once. So Daphne goes to school. She goes on the bus. She has to deal with annoyingness, whatever. Buses are annoying. And then she goes to school, and all the friends that she all the people that she met when she was at the first day of school that was like, oh, hi, I'm the leader of the football team or whatever the heck. They just ignore him. Ignore Daphne. To the point where Daphne is, like, in a chemistry class, is like, hey, guy, why are you ignoring me? He's like, and that's a little bit weird. Why are people like this? But who cares about that zombified guy? Let's look at some melodrama, some stuff that has happened out of nowhere. Why is Velma being like this? Why is she's like, I don't want to talk to you? I'm like, why? You guys talk every night. Or talk after every session of coolness that Daphne talks about online. Talking about the aliens, all that fun jazz. You talk to her after every one of these. Why don't you want to talk to her in person? But the movie never explains it. She's like, I don't want to talk. And then Daphne's like, why? Can I be your lab partner? No, you're not allowed to me. Let me just do all my work. And then she just puts a bunch of stuff in one of those beaker glasses and causes a big ol' big reaction. I'm like, Velma, is this movie supposed to tell me that because that Velma is agitated emotionally, that I'm supposed to believe that she just put too many chemicals in and caused an overblown reaction? Oh my goodness. Wow, this movie is, rough. Wow. Oh my goodness. Turns out going to a specific locker makes you mummified or zombified. Or the movies use a zombified, and I hate zombies in media. If you've seen this show at all ever, you'll know that. Zombies, yeah, I just think they're overused, and we just gotta stop using zombies at least for 5 years, please. So when zombies return, then I can like them again. But, this movie uses the term zombified, so I'm like, okay, I guess, whatever. Okay, but, the bunch of students are now getting zombified and not at all talking to Daphne or Velma, it's whatever. Also, Daphne is like, oh my goodness, I had such a bad day at school. I even went to the principal office on my first day without going, with my dad hovering over me like a helicopter parent. And I'm like, oh, I hope you learned something. But, it's, I guess, whatever. the ending doesn't make sense. Velma is like, okay, we gotta be on top of the leaderboard. We gotta grow my social media presence for some reason. Why? The movie doesn't explain it. It's just like, oh, we gotta raise your social media presence for some whatever reason. Somehow this relates to the zombified students at the locker or whatever the heck, and they're doing some weird, strange feminine shit. Ha! 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 It broke me. This freaking episode review, movie review, broke me. My no swearing in this review. I mean, there was like probably 10 times where I just wanted to swear. But, you know, I'm broken now. I got broken. Great. Amazing. Awesome. Ah! Oh, my goodness. So, Velma gets top leaderboarded, I guess, for some reason. But now it's time to sneak into the Bloom Labs, and then they're doing some weird stuff. Velma and Daphne are in a trance for some reason, and also Daphne's father is there. And then, oh, they get him, they get the guy. Wow, freaking Tobias Bloom, that's his name. Tobias Bloom is the leader, is the guy who made Bloom, made all those technologies. All the fun jazz, all the fun stuff. He's like, I'm the mastermind. And I'm like, what? Aren't you supposed to be going to space? What are you doing wasting your time here? Time is the most valuable resource we have, and this movie's production team didn't know any of it. Didn't know that fact. Didn't know that simple fact of life. This movie makes me want to hit things. Yeah. If you're worried about that plant at all, this is a really big weed. So you shouldn't be concerned about it at all, because it actually shouldn't be here. But it is, so I'm ripping it apart. Anyway, just like I'm ripping apart this movie for being so bad, the ending is, oh wow, Daphne and Velma are friends again. Oh wow, and also they now have access to a database to solve mysteries. And that's the sequel setup, which there'll never be a sequel to this. This movie sucks. It's so bad. I looked up the director's credits to see if she's done anything else. The last thing on her page says that she's working on a Disney project from 2019. And however long it takes for you to watch this video, if she doesn't come up with anything else, you know, it's been so many years. The gap in projects given to you indicates how bad of a director you are. I don't even know what to say. This movie's just outright bad. I've explained it all. The performances is the only thing I didn't explain, and the performances are the most lackluster thing I've ever seen. They have no soul to them whatsoever. Also, I should mention that Velma is fat. And Daphne is less fat, but she's still fat. I mean, Velma is noticeably fat. Like, I can see it in her chin, but also with how many terrible sweaters that make her look even fatter. The only thing I could think is that Velma is an antisocial person who is fat, but also is never shown to be eating food, which is interesting. Interesting observation by me. The most interesting about this movie is that I'm covering it. Ah! Ah! Let me step on it. Ah. Well, guys, this movie's... Wow, it's so bad. It's so bad. Don't go watch it. Please don't go watch it. Oh my goodness, this movie's made me so angry. I mean, I want to complete the Scooby-Doo movies and all, but I think I'm going to take a break. I mean, I'm at modern era Scooby-Doo now, and the past few movies that I've seen have kind of just been lackluster, not very good. So I'm just going to focus on Star Trek episodes and the Twilight Zone episodes from now on. Every Thursday will be Twilight Zone. Mwah, 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 mwah. And then the rest will be Star Trek. No more Scooby-Doo Saturdays. I think I've seen the best of the Scooby-Doo, and I don't think there could be anything good. I mean, there's Scoob. I mean, eventually I'll cover them, just slowly though, throughout the year. or years, however long it takes me. Oh, gosh, this movie is so bad. I'm rage quitting this wig. How do I look? I personally think I look better without bangs. I gotta give this movie, it's a solid 2! 2 out of 10. If you like this review, watch another one. The platform really likes that. If you want to fast track a movie review, you can do that for $20 donos at patreon.com/ASEPresents. And now that I remember, on top of the Star Trek episode reviews and the Twilight Zone reviews, the only other reviews I'll be doing are movie review requests. So if you want me to review a movie, you have to do that. Patreon.com/ASEPresents. And if you like Child's the daily grindiness of all them daily movie reviews, which by the way is the only way you can see me wearing these Scooby-Doo outfits, is going to my link tree because I won't be wearing them for a while. Mint Salad saw. So you can go to this link tree, find more Scooby-Doo stuff, fun Scooby-Doo sets, and all that fun jazz. You can go to this link tree. So I can go here. And until next time, Mint Salad sauce. Say hello to my salad croutons, big bits. I don't like it in here. It's too dark, too many spiders, but so much better than watching this movie again. I'd rather just live in here. I'm living in here now.